Hello viewers, welcome to Joy's Kitchen. I hope you are doing good. Today I'm going to show you a very typical Bengali dry fish curry. I can't say curry because that one don't have any gravy, but this is like a cooking of dry fish in a very special way with lots of spice, lots of garlic, lots of onion, lots of chili. Oh my god, that's so flavorful and so tasty. This is actually a rice dish. You have to eat this dry fish with rice, and I'm gonna show you step by step how I'm gonna cook it. Yeah, I hope you're gonna enjoy it. So here you go, check the recipe. So to cook my spiced dry fish, I actually took around 200 gram of dry fish here. What I done, I actually soaked them for 20 minutes in very hot boiling water, just to clean all the sand and the dirtiness from it. And then I boil it for another 10 minutes, just 10 minutes, not more than that. And after that, I just kind of mash them in a masher, or if you have any pestle mortar, you can use that one as well. Just to break the fish. I don't want too much whole fish in my final dish. And I used lotia fish. This is typical Bengali dry fish. Everybody can find in any Asian or Bengali grocery shop, or you can use any kind of dry fish, doesn't matter, big, small, any kind of dry fish you can cook just like that. But I am particularly using lotia fish. So yeah, I bashed it like very not very hard, like in a medium strength, and that's how it looks after bashing. And I took around 200 to 250 gram. I'm actually cooking quite a lot. So yeah, they are ready, and I need a lot of onion. I actually cut 15 onion here, medium size 15 onion, and I finally chopped it. Onion is the main ingredients in this dish actually, so you make sure that you have a lot of sufficient onion for it. So yeah, 15 medium sized onion, and I finally chopped it just like that. Then I took actually 8 garlic, medium sized garlic, and I just took the clove of it because garlic is a second important ingredients for this dry fish, fried dry fish, and I need a lot of garlic cloves for it. So I just took 8 of them, 8 whole garlic, and I just took separate the cloves from it. So this is one of the main important ingredients for my fish, dry fish. And that gonna be like, I'm gonna cook with when it's gonna be like cooked with this dry fish, trust me, that gonna be like, oh, so good, soft and sweet. And I took around 5 to 6 green chilies here, and I kind of cut them in the middle, then they're not gonna release their heat, they're just gonna release their flavor in my final dish. So yeah, I took 2 teaspoons of garlic paste and 2 teaspoons of ginger paste. I don't need too much garlic paste because I'm adding quite a lot of whole clove of garlic, so they're gonna also release their smell as well. So that's why I just need 2 teaspoons, but it depends how much you are cooking. And for dry spice, I took 2.5 teaspoons of roasted cumin powder. This is just plain roasted cumin powder, and 2.5 spoons of it. I took 1 teaspoon of turmeric powder, 2.5 teaspoons of red chili powder, just plain red chili powder, 2.5 spoons. Around 1.5 teaspoons of sugar. Yeah, sugar is very important. And salt, taste wise, I took 3 teaspoons here, but it depends how much you need. And this fish have a little bit saltiness, so. And 3 bay leaves, just whole 3 bay leaves. So this is the dry spice I'm gonna use for my fish. And sugar you definitely need. And I took 1 can of coconut milk, but I'm gonna actually add only half a can of coconut milk because I don't need too much. But it depends how much you are cooking. I'm just cooking around 200 to 250 gram of fish, so half can is fine. And I'm gonna cook this whole dish in half mustard oil and half vegetable oil. You can cook a whole dish in mustard oil, but I prefer to mix them together because otherwise it's not gonna be too strong. It's gonna be a little bit mild, but with mustardy flavor in it. So these are the all ingredients I need to cook my spiced dry fish. So you can see, not too many stuff, but they're gonna turn out really good. I just quickly show you guys, that's how my fish was before, when it was just dry fish, and I cut them like ½ inch or 1 inch pieces with my scissor. You can use knife, but I prefer to use scissor to cut them. It's easier. And now I'm gonna soak it in hot boiling water for 20 minutes just to rinse it. So after soaking and after boiling for 8 to 10 minutes, they are quite soft now, and you can see I'm mashing them. So I don't need to pressure them too much because they're already quite soft, and they're gonna automatically gonna be separate from each from the bone. And yeah, that's how it looks when I'm doing it. But this is the important part to cook dry fish just like that. So in a large wok or pan, I'm gonna add around 3 tablespoons of mustard oil. And you make sure when you are cooking dry fish, any kind of dry fish, it needs a little bit more oil than normal fish, because they're gonna soak all the fish just like aubergine or eggplant. So yeah, oil is most important part, and it can be like a little bit more than normal dish. And I add another 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil, so it's gonna be like around 5 tablespoons of oil together. I used mustard oil a little bit more than vegetable oil. So my oil is already hot now. Now I'm gonna add all the chopped onions in it. This onion gonna take quite a long time to fry, because if you just make sure your heat is moderate, because otherwise your onion gonna be like very burnt and it's not gonna be softened. So that's gonna be a big mess. So it's gonna take at least 15 to 20 minutes. The way I'm gonna cook it, it's gonna take that much of time. So after around 10 minutes, that's how my onion looks now, so which is half done. And I'm gonna maybe fry them for another 10-12 minutes before I add the other ingredients. So yeah. So after around 20 minutes, my onion looks like that. You can see it's quite soft and lightly golden brown. And that's the time I'm gonna add all my garlic cloves, because even though garlic is very soft kind of thing, but they still take quite a long time. And I've added all those green chilies as well, because they're gonna release their flavor in my onions. So I'm gonna fry them for another 5 to 6 minutes after adding the garlic. They already looks good, and they already smell so good. And now I'm gonna add all my dry spices in it, and also the ginger garlic paste. You can add the ginger garlic paste before and fry them for 1-2 minutes, but doesn't matter. If you add all the spices together, it's fine. And now I'm gonna fry these spices with this onion for another 5 to 6 minutes till I'm gonna see a very dark color. At this moment, if you think your spices are burning or something is not right, you can add a little bit boiling water, like 1 or 2 tablespoons, but I don't need at this moment because it's quite oily still, so it's fine. And I'm gonna fry them just like that for 5-6 minutes. Oh, the smell is the smell from this dish, oh, so good. So after around 6 to 7 minutes, that's how my onion looks now. So I'm gonna fry them for a bit longer actually, because this is the important part. You have to be very patient when you are cooking dry fish. If you just fry your spice for 5 minutes and then you dump all your dry fish, they're not gonna turn out so good, trust me. So you have to be very patient, and you have to fry your spices and onions quite a long time. So I'm frying these onions nearly 20 minutes now, and that's how it looks, you can see. But I'm gonna fry it a bit longer, another 6-7 minutes. So after all together, like around 28 minutes I spent on them, and that's how my onion looks now. You can see it's quite dark and soft, and the smell is amazing, oh my god. And now I'm gonna add all my mashed dry fish in it. So altogether it took 25 minutes I fried my onions. And now after adding this dry fish, I'm gonna fry this dry fish with the onion for another 10-15 minutes. And I'm not gonna add any water now, not a single drop of water, because that's gonna be like kind of like dry frying. The time you're gonna spend on your spice and on your dry fish, trust me, the dish gonna be more better. So you have to be very patient when you are cooking dry fish. You can see I'm mixing my fish with the spices. Oh, it's so good. Oh my god. You can even cook this dish with salted fish as well. Salted fish also goes really good with this process, like salted cod or salted haddock, any kind of salted fish anyway. So I'm gonna mix my dry fish. In Bengali we call it Shuttki. Any Bengali people gonna understand, like I'm cooking Shuttki, but it's just because I'm doing my video in English, that's why I'm using dry fish, but we call it Shuttki. Oh, it looks so good. So I'm frying my dry fish nearly 10 minutes now, 10-12 minutes, and that's how it looks. You can see my fish and my onions and spices all mixed up properly. So yeah, and now I'm gonna add a half cup of coconut milk in it. Coconut milk is very important for this dish because coconut milk gonna give it a really nice kind of thickness, and coconut goes very good with dry fish and lots of garlic. So if you add this a half can of coconut milk in this dish, trust me, that gonna take your dish like out of the world, you know. So you can see I'm using just plain coconut milk, not coconut milk with coconut lumps or nothing, just plain coconut milk. I think I need a little bit more milk maybe, but at this moment it looks alright to me. So I'm gonna fry this dish actually just like that for another 10-15 minutes. So after around 15 minutes, that's how my fish looks like. You can see it's dry, and the color is very dark, and my garlic cloves are also very soft. So it's almost done. I have to say this is done. I didn't need any kind of salt, extra salt or nothing. Everything was perfect, but you can check if you need more salt or more sugar or more cumin powder. You can add a little bit at this moment, but I don't need. So I have to say my dish is done actually. It's just a little bit of more frying just to give it nice texture, and that's how it looks. You see, it's so soft and creamy, and oh my god, the smell from the coconut milk, garlic, onion, spices, and dry fish have its own strong smell as well, but I didn't hide it totally, so it's good. So here you go guys, this is my spiced dry fish is ready for you, and you can see it looks so delicious, and trust me, if you cook a little bit of rice and you eat with this one, you can finish maybe 5 plates of rice, like just like that. So I hope you're gonna follow my recipe and share my recipe with your friends, family and neighbors, and subscribe my channel and like my channel more, and don't forget to like please. And yeah, that's the dish I cooked, and it's quite simple actually. So yeah, enjoy. Bye bye. Ta-da.